This is the story of a couple who loved each other so much that even death couldn't tear them apart. Their love story started rather like any other. They met in college. They sat next to each other in a literature class. She was quiet, always writing in her notebook. He was the kind who laughed easily, but never at her. At first, their friendship was merely a polite nod in the hallway, a shared glance over a book. But something about her intrigued him. Her quiet strength, her passion for stories, her eyes that held galaxies of unspoken words. He wanted to know more. So, he started small, offering a smile here, a helping hand there. She, in turn, reciprocated with kindness, a shared joke, a friendly pat on the shoulder. One rainy day, he noticed she was absent. Concerned, he went to her home. No one answered. So, he left a note under her door. To his surprise, she responded. Days turned into weeks, notes into late-night talks. They discovered a shared love for old movies, classic novels, and long walks in the rain. He learned that her silence was not shyness, but a thoughtful reserve, and that she was as deep as she was quiet. She saw past his laughter, recognizing the sensitive soul that hid beneath. Then one day while walking by the river, he stopped. Hesitantly, he turned to her, his heart pounding. In that moment, amidst the rustling leaves and the gushing water, he confessed his love. Her eyes, pools of moonlight, reflected her own affection. They sealed their promise with a kiss, sealing their fate together. Their love story wasn't an instant blaze, but a slow burn that warmed their lives. It grew steadily like the roots of an old oak, strong and unyielding. Every evening, they would walk by the river, talking about books, dreams, the future. He promised her, no matter where life takes us, I'll always find my way back to you. She smiled, holding his hand tighter, believing him with all her heart. Years spun by like a carousel, each year a new memory, a new dream fulfilled together. They graduated, got jobs, bought a house. Their laughter echoed through its halls, their love deepening with each passing season. Then life dealt them a cruel hand. She was diagnosed with a rare illness that grew worse with time. He stood by her side through every hospital visit, every sleepless night. He read to her, sang to her, whispered stories, anything to keep her from drifting into despair. Her illness became their new reality. She was confined to their bed, her once vibrant eyes now dulled by pain. Yet even in the darkest hours, their love shone through. There were days when the weight of their situation pressed heavily on their hearts. Those days, he would escape to the river, its flowing waters a mirror to his troubled soul. There he would sit for hours, sharing his fears, his sadness, his love. The river seemed to understand, its silence a comforting presence. In the quiet moments, when the harsh realities of their situation pressed upon them, he found solace in memories, their shared past a fortress against the present. He recalled their first date, her infectious laugh, the way she looked at sunsets. Each memory was a lifeline, pulling him back from the brink of despair. And then there were the letters. On days when words failed him, he poured his heart onto paper. Letters filled with love, hope, and unwavering devotion. He wrote about their dreams, their plans, his undying love, sealing each letter with a kiss. These letters weren't meant to be sent. They were meant to keep, to serve as anchors in the stormy seas of their lives. As time went on, she grew weaker. Knowing their time was running out, they spent their days reminiscing, reliving their best moments, their love story unfolding like a cherished film. Then one day, she handed him a sealed envelope. "Don't open this," she whispered, her voice trembling, until you need it most." He refused, his heart aching at the thought of her leaving him, but she pressed it into his hands. That was the last physical gift she ever gave him. A few months later, on a cold rainy afternoon, she passed away. The sun seemed to forget it was in the sky, casting the world in shades of gray. The vibrant colors of life drained away, leaving him in a monochrome world filled with unbearable silence. Days blurred into nights. He barely ate, barely spoke. The world kept spinning, but he was frozen in his grief. Then one night, He couldn't take it anymore. He broke down, tears finally flowing freely, releasing the damned emotions that had been holding him captive. In his despair, he looked around, seeking solace. That's when he saw the envelope. With shaking hands, he opened it. Inside, her handwriting danced across the page. If you're reading this, it means I'm no longer there. But I want you to live. Please, don't spend your life crying for me. Fall in love again. Smile again. Because the truth is, no matter where we are, no matter what form we inhabit, our souls will always be linked. If you hear a songbird singing, think of me. If you see a star shining bright, know that I am near. I may have left this world, but my love remains. It's woven into the fabric of your being. Don't grieve for me, my love, for I am eternally with you. In the whisper of the wind, in the dance of the leaves, in the rhythm of your heart. I am here. I always will be. Until we meet again. I love you, and that love will echo through eternity. Tears stained the paper as he read it over and over. And for the first time since she was gone, he smiled. Through the pain, through the grief, because her love hadn't left. It lived in him forever. In the quiet solitude of his evenings, he would often pull out her letters, their words a balm to his weary soul. As he read through them, he could almost hear her voice, feel her presence beside him, reminding him of their shared dreams, their hopes for the future. These letters weren't just words on paper. They were threads that wove her memory into the fabric of his everyday life. One day, as he was sorting through her belongings, he came across a box filled with dried flowers. They were the pressed petals of roses, daisies, and lavender that she had collected on their picnics. Their faded colors brought a smile to his lips. Each flower reminding him of a shared joy, a quiet moment of their love. He decided to plant a small garden in their backyard. He chose flowers she had loved, tending to them with care. Watering them, weeding them, watching them grow. As the seasons changed, so did the garden. Budding flowers gave way to vibrant blooms, a kaleidoscope of colors and scents, a living testament to their enduring love. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, he sat in his garden. The scent of lavender and roses filled the air, mingling with the sweet sound of crickets. In that moment, he felt her presence beside him, her spirit as alive as the flowers that surrounded them. He closed his eyes, breathing in the fragrance, feeling her love as real as the sun on his skin. He began visiting the river again, not to lament, but to remember. He would sit on the bank, watching the water flow, recalling their walks, their talks, their dreams. The river, once a witness to his tears, was now a witness to his healing. He started volunteering at a local library, helping to organize books, to shelve them, to share their stories. In the quiet rustle of turning pages, he found solace. The stories, once a source of joy for her, became a source of comfort for him, each book a silent companion in his journey of healing. Years passed. Winter turned to spring, spring to summer. The garden grew, the library thrived, the river kept flowing, a constant in a changing world. His hair turned silver, but his eyes, they held the same love, the same adoration for the woman who had touched his life. He was old now, his steps slower, his smile a bit softer. One day, sitting in his garden, surrounded by the fading light of dusk, he knew it was his time to go. He closed his eyes, a serene smile gracing his lips. As he drifted off, he could hear her voice, calling him, welcoming him, promising a reunion. He opened his eyes, meeting hers, and in that timeless moment, they were young again, walking hand in hand towards the setting sun, their love story continuing beyond the confines of time.